Welcome to Waking Up with Waffles, the series where we play video games early in the morning. Today we are going to play the Days Gone Remaster. If I remember correctly, Days Gone came out in 2019. So, did this game really need a remaster? I don't know. Does everything need to be remastered? I don't know. I'm happy that some games are getting remastered. The Oblivion remaster, of course, is very, very awesome. Very happy to have that. So I liked this game. I wish this game did better so that we got a sequel. I'm hoping maybe the remaster does good enough that they can say, okay, look, there obviously is like a want for this game, so let's create a number 2. So let's play it. Let's hope. I'm really excited. There's a new photo mode in this game, and that's what I'm really excited for. Is the photography aspect. And the game, of course, is set loosely in Oregon, and that's where I'm from. So it's always fun to kind of play a game that's in your own area. You get to drive the roads you've already driven, see the sights you've already seen. It's kind of cool to watch someone turn that into a video game. So I'm excited to play through this again. I really enjoyed it the first time around. Like I said, I feel like it kind of got the short end of the stick. So we'll see if it actually does live up to the remaster, if it was even necessary. We are going to skip some of the story since we've already played this game, and we played it on stream too, so we're well aware of the story at this point. We don't need to go through the story again, but I'm just excited to drive around, shoot some zombies, take some photos, and enjoy the sights, right? So we're going to see what we can see for the sights. Oh, I guess I'm not supposed to go back there yet. Hello and good morning, everyone. Ooh, the first horde. Okay, I'm very excited to take on the first horde.
You did the right thing, bro. You don't want to leave.
All right, we got an achievement. As everyone knows, we need to gather achievements. Let me check my stream really quick. Just make sure that the sites are seeable. The sites are seeable. Okay. I know that that's the one downside. I was talking to Patoni yesterday and Stubby Webby Bumpkin about vertical streaming and how great it's been for being seen and enjoying vertical streaming through YouTube. But the one downside definitely is you can't see as much. You don't have as much screen real estate to work on, right? So it is a bummer that there is less real estate to work with. So I do wish I could do a vertical stream and a horizontal stream for the people who want to see everything, but that is not possible as of yet. They are working on it. Hopefully the technology will be there soon, and we will be able to enjoy horizontal and vertical streaming soon. In that same regard, they just sent me a thank you for going to the vertical live streaming camp. They sent me a beanie. I can't wait to wear my exclusive YouTube beanie.
We were going hunting tonight.
I wonder if the photo mode is going to give me an actual camera. That's another thing. I know it's silly, but I always get excited when you can see like an actual camera in a game and try and figure out like what camera are they using. I like doing like the Fallout camera and doing photography like I'm in Fallout. I really enjoy using some of the old cameras and old films and simulations and grain and thing like that to really give the effect of taking a photo like Fallout. So I really enjoy that, so hopefully we get something like that in here as well.
Anything we can salvage on Leon's bike.
We probably won't finish this game on stream because I just realized that Doom of the Dark Ages is coming out in a week, right? The new Doom launches in a week, so of course as soon as Doom hits, we are going to have to jump right over to that, since Doom is one of my all-time favorite games of ever. So as soon as that game launches, we will be playing through Doom and enjoying Doom, and hopefully it will not disappoint. It'd be hard to imagine a world in which Doom disappoints, right? Like, it's use big flashy guns, blow up demons. Like, how do you mess that up? Good morning, Kayla Strain. Good morning, hello. How's it going? I just don't see how they could mess up. The only thing I feel like they could do that would like upset people about Doom is if they did nothing. Is if they just like left it and just made the same game they've already made. Like if they made no improvements, made no changes, it was just more of the same. That is the only way I could see people being upset with the new Doom, and I definitely don't feel like that's what's going to happen with this one. So We are hyped for the new Doom. Hopefully going to be a contender for Game of the Year, especially with Grand Theft Auto out of the way. Where we're gonna have a much better chance of getting Game of the Year for some games that actually deserve it now that GTA has been delayed to next year, so. Okay, let's try this. Where's this enhanced photo mode? Oh, can't do it in a cutscene. Bummer. That would have been a great cutscene there to do. Okay, now is the photo. Okay, we got this enhanced photo mode. Let's see how well it looks. Nice. Like look at the detail on his face. It looks good. We got a couple options. We've got tilts. We've got field of view. Can change our lens, focal distance, aperture, grain. Okay, there's some good options here. Now we just need to find something, you know, worthy of a photo. One thing I love that the new Monster Hunter did was it gave you the ability to pause the game with one button, and that gave you the ability to access photo mode whenever you wanted to. And I really enjoyed that ability to access photo mode whenever you wanted to. It made for some really good photography. I do wish we had that here. Let's see, can I not access my weapon wheel or my healing wheel? I've only got 5 health left. I'd like to use a bandage, please. No? No bandages? Just bleeding? Okay. Well, so be it. So yeah, I would like that. Honestly, I'd love if every game did that. Instead of having to hit the start button and, you know, like it takes a little bit of time to hit that start button, just having like an instant hotkey, you hit it and then boom. That will enter the photo mode, which allows you to get into that photography much better. Like I was doing that with Spider-Man, and it really I got some really great moments with like lighting with missiles and stuff coming through. Like having the ability to instantly access photo mode is really awesome. Wafa, good morning, welcome back. Please truly fast. God wants you to change. I don't know what you're talking about. We talked about fasting last time. I've been doing lots of fasting. In fact, today I hit my lowest weight ever again. I lost 2 more pounds, so that fasting has been paying off greatly, as I have finally lost 2 more pounds. My next goal is if I lose 18 more pounds now, only 18 more pounds to go. I will no longer be eligible to be in the heavyweight division of MMA fighting. So that's my next like kind of small goal, is no longer be eligible to be a lightweight or a heavyweight fighter in the MMA. I tried to use like other fighting, but to be honest, it was discouraged. Like boxing, apparently boxing, anything over like 200 pounds is heavyweight. So all of America is heavyweight boxing. But MMA apparently is 260. Anything over 260 is heavyweight for MMA. So we can become a non-heavyweight MMA fighter. So that's the next small goal. And 18 pounds shouldn't be that much. That should only be.
Smell that? Oh, Jesus.
Another couple months. Boom! Shotgun.
Hey, Deke. Bro. You're going up there again.
What are you talking about?
Goddamn refugee camp. You only act like this when you're thinking about going up there.
Act like what?
All right, is my flashlight working? I don't feel like my flashlight is working very well here. I can barely see.
You'd be dead too.
Look, just drop it.
See, I see a car alarm.
What the hell? Come on. Yeah, not bad. Okay.
Gotta collect some ears. I remember the car parts, you can use like the horns and stuff for such, right? So we need to collect the car horns are important to the scrap for fixing your bike and such, right?
Shut up. Jesus.
Excellent. The vibes is so good here. You know, I wish this is another game I think that would be great in VR. Like, I know Resident Evil is great in virtual reality because, like, the horror aspect of, like, walking through these tunnels, doing this in VR, I bet would be
You're not getting your bike through there.
absolutely mind-blowingly terrifying to play this in VR. All right, heal up a little bit. I love a good VR game. I hope that VR catches on a little bit more. Like, I know the Meta Quest has gotten some good things. I know it got like an exclusive. There's like the exclusive Batman game that did okay. And then the Resident Evils like on PlayStation VR have done okay. But nothing has done like truly good enough for VR for it to like for people to want to like invest fully in it. Like, we need a generational defining game. Like, they need to make Elden Ring 2 and then say that Elden Ring 2 is going to be a VR exclusive. That is the only way we are going to get people to adopt more VR, which I'm all for. I want more people to adopt it. I want better games to be made for it because VR gaming truly is, when it's good, there's truly nothing like it. It's so far beyond, like, I know a lot of people like play it. You go to Best Buy and you can play with it a little bit, right? And people have experienced a little bit here and there, but when you experience a really good game in VR, it truly is better than any regular game. So I hope it gets adopted, but I still think we're probably 5 years, if not 10 years out on it truly being adopted and like normalized, I guess would be the word. Goobly, your background is beautiful. Thank you. I enjoy the bees too. It's a placeholder. I promise it's a placeholder. I actually commissioned an artist to make a better background for me, so we will be getting that here soon. But it's taking just a little bit of time for it to be made. So that it's a placeholder for now. There will be something coming shortly. What is this thing here? I see there's like a little bunny thing. Oh, that is absolutely heartbreaking. So that is a, can we change our lens? Can we get a better, oh. I think that's about as good as, oh, we can do a little bit of brightness. So that is a children's stuffed animal, and underneath of it is a drawing of a happy family. And next to the drawing of the happy family is that. So that is bleak. That is very bleak. I wonder if there's anything else. Like, I never caught that on my first playthrough, so obviously that person has lost their family and gone to these lengths because of that. I wonder if there's anything else that points to it. Like, I wonder if we can find his family or anything like that. I've been admiring it for the last 5 minutes. It's actually, so I can't take credit for making it. I'm not gonna be like, I made it myself. It came from Google Gemini just released their new text-to-video AI. And that was what it made, which I thought was very impressive for a text-to-video system. So, like I said, it's just a placeholder. I know a lot of people feel very strong about AI, so I am getting rid of it as soon as possible. I am just in the process of waiting for them to finish up my commission. I commissioned a different piece that will be there here soon, because I do like to support my local artists as much as I can. Art is important, so I have commissioned someone to make me something a little bit better. But it takes time, which I fully appreciate. You know, takes a month to create good art. I understand drawing and all that takes time, so I'm in no rush. I'll let them do their thing. Speaking of artists, there's also this weekend is Furlandia, the big furry convention is happening this upcoming weekend, and I'm debating whether I should go. Like, I'm not a furry by any means. I don't have a fursuit. I don't do any of that. But sometimes, like sometimes the photography moments are good. Like, you've got a bunch of really awesome artists who are proud of their creations, showing off what they've made, and I imagine that there's probably going to be some good photo opportunities. So I'm debating whether to go for the photo opportunities or not. But I also don't know, like, am I even welcome there? Like, I know cameras make some people nervous. Some people want to go and have fun and not have to worry about being on film, you know, all that sort of thing. I understand the constant threat of being videographed is really, it's just really frustrating. Some people just want to be, you know, carefree and not have to worry about every movement they're making being photographed. So I don't really know if I would be welcome there, but I think there could be some good photo opportunities. I'd definitely like to take advantage of that if I can.
This'll just take a sec.
That'll do it.
Ready? Here they come.
All right. This was one of my favorite parts of the game. Burning out the nests always felt really good. That's one. A two.
Hey, come on, get on.
No three.
Okay, give me a second.
We're not counting to the center of a Tootsie Pop here. Just two.
I've been thinking about what you said about riding north.
Just saying, you need to get away from here. Clear your head, you know?
In the morning, let's turn in the bounties.
And this
We'll hit the
this
road.
is what Oregon looks
yeah,
like. When
brother.
you drive
Now
through
you're
Oregon,
talking.
there are just parts where you can see these beautiful, towering mountains and just trees everywhere. But other parts of Oregon is just like brown desert. So
Wanted a
they did
freak show.
such a good job of bringing Oregon to life
Shit.
here.
This is crawling.
All right, let's go fix my bike by clearing out the infected. So what do we got? We got 3 health kits. We've got a knife. We've got a pistol.
Go on. Get out of here, you little shits.
See, we want them to run away, right? We don't want to fight these dudes. Not yet, I don't think. Maybe we do. You want some? Yeah, how do you feel about that? Cash me outside. How about that? Ooh, we'll grab a 2x4.
Yeah, that's right. Stay up there, and we'll get along just fine.
I don't know how I quite feel about beating children with a 2x4, but here we are. A little graphic, a little violent. Sorry, kids. So much for family friendly. Grab that stool leg. All right, the children have been dealt with. I'm pretty sure the first time I played this game, gas was more expensive in real life than it was in the apocalypse world. I don't think that's the case right now. I think gas has finally come down under I think it's just slightly under $3.39 in my area, so we're a little bit better off than apocalypse world so far. I could have swore I remember these nests having like 4 to 6 guys running out of it. and not just 2.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I remember it being a little bit more than that. And then the nest should burn all the way out, and I can go in there and loot it, right? If I remember correctly, I don't. It's been a little while, so maybe not. Maybe I'm just misremembering. We gotta be a loot goblin and grab all the stuff. Oh, hello there. Would you... I don't know where my 2x4 went, but... I guess I should have stealthed that guy, but... Alright, let's try this enhanced photo mode. Not quite. Like, that's also the rings. Like, the rings really pop on his fist. That's really nice. That's not quite a good photo, though. Not quite what we're looking for. We will get one. We'll get a good photo yet. Let's grab this stuff. Alright, this looks open for me now. Let's turn on our flashlight. And nothing worth looting. Okay, that was a waste of time. One. And come on, more? Just one? These zombies are really disappointing. They're not swarming like they should be. The shotgun feels great though, I'll give them that. I know I just talked about it, but I'm excited for Doom. Doom and shotguns go together hand in hand, right? So I'm very excited for getting to shotgun down some demons in Doom here soon. One more week. All right, what do we got in here? Ooh, a crate. Some ammo, some grains. Nothing super exciting in here. And tomorrow, I think tomorrow? Let's see, today. Yeah, today is the 7th, so tomorrow we're going to get some updates on Helldivers. Very excited for the Helldivers updates. Okay, so it locks you out of photo mode anytime there's a cutscene, even if it's just like a stealth takedown or anything like that. That's kind of a big bummer because some of those make for really great shots. I did that with Red Dead Redemption a lot, some like the quick time shots and attacks like that. So it's kind of a bummer that it's locked you out of that, but I'm still bound and determined to find a good photo in here. So we will find a good photo even if we're locked out of the basic photo mode in the best spots. Grab those bandages. Grab a baseball bat. People store cleansing alcohol in the mini fridge, of course. That makes sense. Why wouldn't you? Okay. I think that guy's gonna see me here. I'm pretty sure he's walking right towards me. Ooh, all right. All right, fighting the zombies is not going super well. These guys are kicking my butt. I forgot they can climb through windows. There's no hiding. Emin, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. These guys do a lot of damage at first, like 2 hits and I was already down to like fatal territory, but I'm pretty sure, so this is a really fun here's a fun little programming trick. I know I'm talking a lot about Doom, but Doom's coming up, so I'm going to talk a lot about Doom, right? So Doom has a really funny way of programming your health. Your entire health pool in Doom is a lie. So when you have full health and full armor in Doom, you take a lot of damage very, very quickly. And the lower your health and armor is, you actually get more resistance to the way the enemies attack you. So what it does is it creates this sensation of like stress because, oh, I'm low on health. I'm going to get taken out here soon. I need to do something because my health is really low. But in reality, that's the way the game is programmed, that when you have a lot of health, it's programmed to go through your health very quickly. And then when you have little health, it's programmed for them not to do as much damage to you. So I wonder if this game is the same, because I was like at 100 health, these guys are doing like 30 or 40 damage a hit. But I wonder if you're closer to out of HP, if it slows down how much damage they actually do, just to create this false sense of like stress where like, oh, my health is almost gone, I'm almost dead, but not really, because that's how it's programmed. It's really a fancy programming trick, and I really appreciate that about Doom. It's kind of like another like really well-known trick, Coyote Time. Aman, what game is this? This is the Days Gone remaster that they just put out with the enhanced photo mode and PS5 Pro version, and all the little updates, the Broken Road DLC that they came out with. So this is just like the complete remaster version that they just came out with. It's about, you're basically just motorcycling around Oregon taking out zombies. Very, very basic, very fun premise. The game did not do well originally when it came out, so they said we are never getting a sequel. But hopefully this changes people's minds, because I think it is a great game and I would love to see it get a sequel. WStream, thank you. I appreciate that. We were talking about Coyote Time, so programming tricks. So one of the programming tricks, obviously the health we were talking about. Another one is a lot of games, especially like platformers, give you what they call Coyote Time. You have a couple extra milliseconds, like when you run off a cliff to jump, where you regularly wouldn't be able to jump, because it just doesn't feel good, because our reaction time, the way we see things, it's all... Perception is weird, right? So programmers put in what they call Coyote Time, where even though you've run off the edge and you should lose the game, it gives you a just fraction of a second to press the jump button and save your life, because it just feels better. And they've done a lot of testing on this where people feel like it's more fair when the game has Coyote Time, because they perceive this unfairness of the game doesn't give you like a reaction time, or you feel like you click the button in time. It's just that millisecond delay causes such a problem. Like, okay, well, we're going to give you this Coyote Time so that you actually feel like you have a chance here. So that's like a really fun programming trick, and I love learning about that. Like, I thought I was going to be a video game programmer, because like every kid and their dog thought they were going to grow up to make video games, right? Like that didn't make me unique or special. But I did take a programming class, and I learned in the programming class how much I hate programming. So it was worth my time to take the class, because I quickly realized that programming was not for me. But I still get really fascinated by like reading the programmers' tips and tricks, and like the little hacks they put in the programming, and the interesting things that they program in. And like one of our first games we made in class, I made a Dungeons and Dragons style adventure. That was a lot of fun. The other game we made was called Chase, which was a lot of fun to make. And it was a basic style, like it's literally you're playing as a block who is chasing another block. Like, it's nothing fancy. But part of programming that game, we got to program in cheat codes, and it really helped me to like understand like the old days when cheat codes existed. Why did cheat codes exist? And it wasn't just for fun, although they are fun, don't get me wrong. Some programmers probably put them in for fun, but really the idea behind the cheat code was like, there are 50 levels in my game. I don't want to play through all 50 levels every time I make one change to the game to see whether or not that change broke the game. So what I did was I put in cheat codes that allowed me to skip levels, and cheat codes that allowed me to have like infinite lives and other things like that. That way, I could test out my full game without having to play through every single level every single time. Because if you program, you know that making one change, even like as simple as like, oh, I'm just going to move this decimal point. Well, now it could break all parts of your game. Like, you never know what it's going to break. So you have to go through and test it to see, okay, what did I break by changing this? So having the cheat codes in the game gave you the ability to go through and test those things without having to play through your entire game every time. So that was a lot of fun to learn. And so when you see the cheat codes in old video games, it always makes me think, like, what were they trying to accomplish with this cheat code? Like, were they just trying to test out the game? Was it truly for fun? Was it there was some game-breaking code? I also love when they include, like, the old Doom had no clipping. The ability to no clip through walls and such and be able to see like boundary break through the game and all that, I think is a really, really cool thing that they put in games, and be able to see like behind the scenes. I know there's a really famous YouTube channel who does that, does like the boundary breaking. I always think that's really fascinating to see like what the programmers intended you to see, what they never wanted you to see, things that are hidden because they didn't think a player would ever see it, but then they do see it, and like that's always really fascinating to me to see what the programmers kind of put out there because they never anticipated anyone would actually see it. Same thing with like Easter eggs. A lot of the early Easter eggs in games were put in there. Like the first most famous example of an Easter egg in a game was literally just the programmer's name, because they felt like the publisher wasn't going to give them credit, so they hid their name in the game so that they could never be removed from the game. People would always know that it was created by this person. Kind of like hiding a watermark. So the history of all those things is just super fascinating to learn where the video games came from and why we have these things, these quirks and holdovers from the old days. And honestly, I'm sad that cheat codes are gone. Like, I really like how Red Dead Redemption 2 did cheat codes, where like you find find them in the newspapers and find them strewn about the game, and then it lets you turn them on. I feel like more games definitely need cheat codes in them. Just like the big head mode, like that was a classic. Like any game from like 1998 to 2005 had a big head mode in it for some reason. That was always super fun. Unlimited ammo, no clipping, those just all those codes were super fun. And I wish that more games would be willing to do that.
Still gotta find a way into Willie's.
Would be willing to put more video game or cheat codes into their games. Even if I know that people are big into achievements and things like that, like they don't have to be canonical cheat codes, right? They don't have to be counted for speed runs. They don't have to be game breaking. I just wish we had more options for them. You can turn off achievements if you use them, whatever, to preserve the integrity. But I want more cheat codes in video games. I also want them to make more JRPGs like Expedition 33. Holy cow, that game has been absolutely great. And I'm hoping that opens the door. Like whenever a good game comes out, inevitably it's going to create copies, right? Like Overwatch has found so much success, and there was like this whole series of time where everyone was making hero shooters. Then looter shooters got super popular, and Fortnite made the battle royales got super popular. So I'm wondering if now the Expedition 33 really just like hit it home, if now we're going to get a bunch of JRPGs, which I will be really, really hyped for if we get a new resurgence of JRPGs, especially if that means we get like Final Fantasy Tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics was one of my favorite games ever made. I would love to see more games made like Final Fantasy Tactics. So hopefully we get a resurgence of that. But I've been seeing a lot of ads for
There's a way in through the roof.
I want to say it's called like Arc Knight. It's some extraction looter shooter game, and it seems like the extraction shooter is going to make the comeback. I think like we're getting like 3 different big extraction shooters this year, so I think it is the year of extraction shooters, unfortunately, is what we're going to be getting all this year. So prepare for more extraction shooters. How do I pull out my board? I can't. How do I get my 2x4 out? The knife's good and all, but I want to use my 2x4. Am I pressing the wrong button? Oh, there we go. Okay, go up here. 2x4. There we go. Okay. So I think we're gonna get a bunch of extraction shooters. I'm honestly surprised. I made a prediction last year when Helldivers came out in February. Helldivers 2 came out in February of last year. I said that we were gonna get a bunch of clones of Helldivers because that game found immense success, right? Like 500,000 people playing the game. Like it did way better than they ever anticipated it doing. So I thought we were going to for sure get so many clones of Helldivers 2, but we really didn't get that many Helldivers 2 clones. Like we got, there was a Starship Trooper game that came out, but it was like already in production, so I don't count that as like one that was made because of Helldivers 2. But I haven't really seen any ads for a Helldivers 2 clone yet, so I'm really shocked that that game genre didn't blow up. The PvE only take on the big boss. It's basically a loot extraction shooter without the extracting like parts, right? So I'm just surprised we didn't get a lot of Helldivers clones. Maybe it's just because games take a longer time to make, but I definitely feel like we're due for some Helldivers clones. I don't know what I just picked up. It just said Oregon on it, so... That is also something... I know I've talked about my photography a few times. I'm really, really happy with my photography, really proud of the photography. The thing I suck at is landscapes, but I'd really like to take a landscape photo someday that is good enough that I can put it on a postcard and sell it like in the Made in Oregon store. I would really like to have a photo on the front of Made in Oregon, so... That is one of those like lofty goals that it's out there. I know it's not going to happen tomorrow, but when I see the right landscape, when I see it and I know it, I'm going to go out and take it. And I'm going to get my photo on the front of a postcard. Even though like, do people even buy postcards anymore? Like, I don't think I've ever purchased a postcard, so. Well, I take that back. There is an app my mom and dad use that lets you turn your own photos into a postcard. So occasionally when I go on trips, I will send them a postcard from my own photos. But I don't think I've ever actually went to a gift shop and purchased a postcard to send to someone.
Boozer, where are you, man?
Actually, that's pretty good. With that sun peeking through right there, can we... Okay. I bet this could be a good photo. Let's see. We need... Let's up that bloom just a little bit. Make it a little intense. We'll add a little bit of red to it. Nope, that's too much. A little bit of blue to make a yellowish. Okay. We'll turn on a key light. Good advanced options in here, though. Next, contrast. We'll turn the contrast up just a little bit. Lower that brightness just a little bit. Bigger field of view, like that. We'll open the aperture up just a little bit. There we go. Open up the focal distance. Okay, we'll turn off the frame. I didn't like the frame on any of there. Let's turn up the resolution just a little bit. And let's take a photo. Let's play with this photo mode for the first time. I'm a sucker for a good, like, when the sun's poking through sunsets or like a little bit of bloom, sun cresting through the trees. That's one of my favorite things. So seeing the sun just peeking up right through there a little bit, I think is an absolutely perfect. Oh, and it crashed my game. Well, apparently the photo mode is a little bit too much for the game. Hopefully it's saved. I'd like to see if the photo actually saved too. Whoops. Did not realize that photo mode was going to crash it. Man, I just had terrible luck. Helldivers was crashing yesterday. This is crashing today. I can't play Monster Hunter because it's crashing. Like, what is up with this instability lately? Maybe I made it too much upscaling. So let's see. Let's continue. Hopefully it saved me. I'd also like to see if it saved the photo. I'd like to see that photo, please. But it also messed with my settings.
Wanted a freak show.
Oh, bummer, dude. Really?
Shit.
Place is crawling.
All right, let me fix my options really quick here. So that I can see chat. There we go. Okay, that's fixed. That's a bummer that we got to redo this whole thing because it crashed. And it doesn't look like the photo even saved, so looks like we're doing this again. I'll try and make it quick.
Get out of here, you little shits.
Oh, that's such a huge bummer. That was like 20 minutes of gameplay that didn't save. Which is another one of those modern things like we take for granted, right? Like,
We'll get along just fine.
autosave. There was a time before you could even save in video games, right? And like, there used to be dedicated save points, like Final Fantasy VIII, one of my favorite games of all time. Love me some Final Fantasy. Having dedicated save points where you can only save during certain parts of the game was like one of the most annoying features in old games ever. Like, not being able to save whenever you wanted to is the worst idea. Some of the worst idea in all of gaming, right? Like, give me the ability to save my game whenever I want. Give me the ability to pause my game whenever I want. I shouldn't be beholden to the game, right? Like, I shouldn't have to plan my life around the game because it doesn't allow me to save. It doesn't allow me to pause. I'm so glad we're past that, but it is always a bummer, even in modern day, when the autosave does not do what it's supposed to, and now we have to replay an entire portion of the game because of a crash that we didn't know that was going to happen. I guess now we know we don't take photos with that high of a thing. I guess let's try it again before we get too far. If we go right about here, was it because I put the resolution multiplier too high? Did the resolution multiplier of 8 break the game? Maybe I need to use like 4 or 6 rather than maxing it out. Maybe that was the problem. We'll try and make this quick. Still want the experience though for burning all these down, so we got to redo this. But now at least we know that There's nothing really worth looting in here, so we can move through these quickly. We don't need to re-loot everything. All right, we're gonna play a little fast and loose, reckless here. I think we can.
Damn. Finally. Get in there.
Boozer gave us enough ammo. We can do this.
A lot of ammo left.
I just want my safe. I just want my car part. I want to get back to where I was. Curse you, photo mode, for crashing the game. Police car usually has some loot in the back of it, so let's refresh our ammo. Thank you. I really like that they added that audio cue too. So I was playing around with the options. So there's a lot of options for the game, and one of the options was audio cues. You can hear that like just right in the background. There's like a little beeping noise. So rather than having like on a high contrast mode or something to be able to see like the floating symbols here can blend into the background to be hard to see, it instead gives you the option to be able to have a little audio noise when there's something important nearby, so that it doesn't break the immersion as much. I really appreciate that. I think that's a great little option. All right, I don't know where I got the safe combo last time. I wasn't like super paying attention, but apparently we grabbed it somewhere, so give us that. And one more. I don't think he reacted properly to getting shotgunned, but okay. So we need to go find something where we don't have enough parts. What do we need? We need beer bottles and kerosene to finish off this nest, and then we can move on.
Can use this.
Let's see. I'm in a cheap motel. You'd think I'd be able to find some beer bottles somewhere around here pretty easy, but apparently not. Lots of bandages, though. Not quite what we're looking for. Dumpster to hide in. Beer bottles? No. That was a rag. Even when scavenging is basic like this, I really do enjoy like scavenging in games. Like Fallout is my kryptonite for that. I know it's like a meme about players who like hoard everything, but I absolutely do love, like, I know Fallout 76 got a lot of hate, and some of that hate was deserved. I think it was an okay game. It's better now. They've definitely made a lot of improvements to it. But like, I absolutely loved the gameplay loop of Fallout 76 of, okay, I want to make this for my base, so I need to scavenge X amount of plastics and X amount of glue. So now I'm going to go out into the world and search for those things, and then that'll allow me to make the next item that I want for my house to like decorate it. Like, that gameplay loop was just phenomenal for me. I feel like the game has gotten better. There's definitely still some things I don't like about the game, so like, it's not perfect, but I am very happy with where Fallout 76 ended up.
Alarm.
And like I said, I love scavenging. I'm one of those people, when you play Oblivion, you play Fallout, whatever it is, like I've got 1,000 brooms in my inventory, because what if I happen across someone who wants 50,000 brooms and I don't have the brooms. Like, I gotta have all the brooms. So I love hoarding all the items. I cannot find kerosene. We need to find... Oh, hello there. Hello, jump scare. That's brutal. Brutal. Some Nathan explosion. That's something I wish would come back to. Metalocalypse. Brandon Small, please give us more Metalocalypse. It was such a good show. I know that there's a movie I haven't watched yet. I need to watch the movie. It's like the official ending, but I would be over the moon if we just got more Metalocalypse. That's one of my favorite shows. I love Squizcar. I believe this place is called the Foods Libraries. Says it's with me's Foods Libraries. Love that show. One of these years I want to, because my natural mustache grows with just a little bit missing right here, just like Murderface. One of these years I want to do a Murderface cosplay. Like I've got the build for it. I've got the big boots. Literally all I need is shorts. I've got a vest. Like I could do William Murderface so well. So one of these years I'm going to do a William Murderface cosplay. Why can I not find one thing of kerosene? I just need one thing of kerosene to finish this off. So like where is my kerosene, dude? That was embarrassing how bad I did on that. Somebody give me some kerosene.
Not yet. Still gotta find a way into Willie's
There it
garage
is.
to get
Okay.
the fuel pump inside.
Well, hurry your ass up. I rode past one of those, what the hell do you call them? The shit that Rippers put up.
Sigils.
Yeah. It means they're up here somewhere.
Oh, there's more. All right, we're going to try photo mode again when we get there, but we're going to save our game this time. But first, let's go finish off this nest. Can't believe it took me that long to find a thing of kerosene, but... Bubble's here. Good morning, Bubble. It is Wednesday, my dude. How did the rest of the podcast with Petoni go last night? Like, he kept going all robot mode on me, and maybe it's because I was on my cell phone, like wireless internet, so I couldn't stay because like I couldn't understand him. So it was stream quality was bad, but I'm pretty sure that was on my end. How did their conversation go? I really do need to catch more of his streams. I think their conversation was on whether or not Christians can eat blood. That's about what I heard. Was they were doing a whole thing on whether or not we're allowed to consume blood. Oh. Nothing in here? Oh, there's something. Come to me, mini fridge full of stamina. Okay. I saw someone do a Deke cosplay, this guy right here who I'm playing as for the remaster release, and it was really good. I'm in awe. I'm in awe of cosplayers, how skilled they are that they can just look at something and they can recreate it just by like looking at like, oh, well, I could make that with a little bit of vest and a couple zip ties and some cloth. I too could make that exact outfit. Like I'm in awe of people's ability to do that. So impressive. I'll try and have to watch the VOD somewhere. Okay, so it wasn't just me. I feel for them. Like how many streams have we done where I've complained about technical issues or my entire stream got deleted and I had to rebuild it? Like the technical issues come for us all. There's no escaping.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's right.
Not playing around with you little things. If you're gonna be a streamer, you're gonna have technical issues all day, every day. No matter how much you try and avoid it, no matter how much you try and put time and effort into your stream, it will break at some point. It's just the law of the land for being a streamer. I did check out, though, he was talking about Reach. I did check out that convention. It looks like fun. I know Emmy told me that some Catholic streamers and influencers were getting invited to some big thing for Catholics. And hopefully someday, right? That is new goal. Maybe someday I can become a relevant enough Catholic streamer that I can get invited to a Catholic event. That would definitely be really cool. Tried to watch a podcast last week with him, same issues, but he doesn't have those issues when he streams just himself. Something happens when he podcasts. I'm guessing it's an issue with, since he's inviting someone else on and it's all through like the internet. It's probably like a bandwidth issue since it's inviting other people over. Probably something like because like streaming takes a lot out of your bandwidth and a lot out of your computer. So streaming with someone else and connecting all that and making all that work, I'm guessing is just a lot of strain on the system. That's why a ton of podcasts still do their stuff like in person, right? Because there's less strain on the system when you do it in person.
Shit. Rippers.
Okay, let's try this again without breaking the game.
Rippers. Son of a bitch.
So first, we're gonna save the game. This way, if it crashes, we don't lose anything. Okay, this is the enhanced photo mode. Take 2. We're gonna give us a little bit more contrast. We're going to give us a little saturation. A little bit more bloom of that sun coming through. That is good. Increase the field of view. Give us a little focal distance. Increase the aperture. Let's, instead of doing an 8, let's see 6. Let's see if this breaks the game. They should just VC through Discord or something. That would probably help. I know Discord doesn't take a whole lot out of the system, so that might not be a bad idea. Okay, don't crash the game this time. All right, it worked. Excellent. All right, we'll go check that out afterwards and see how well that actually worked. But for now, let's handle some rippers.
Get off me! Hey, over here! You sons of bitches, get off us! Ripper asshole, come on!
I forgot how much swearing was in this game. Granted, I understand why. Like, they just lit that guy's arm on fire, so...
Oh my god. Shit. Thought we'd never make it.
See, this is something I want to do. My grandpa, before he passed away, he was telling me about this place in Oregon where there's still a fire lookout tower that can be easily accessed, like via drone and all that sort of thing. So I really want to I really want to come out to this location and see the fire tower, because I think you get some great photos, and the drone really helps too with getting up high enough to be able to take the photo. So I want to play around with one of these fire watches for photography one of these days too.
Be fine. Son of a bitch. I gotta find something for his arm.
All right, let's grab. Gotta find our bike. I think it's just outside, right? Yeah.
I'm not taking Boozer's bike. I gotta get to mine before it gets dark.
All right, let's go get our bike. Harvest some tree branches.
Boozer, are you awake?
Yeah, Deke. What's up?
I just saw someone sneaking around the safe house.
What the hell? What's he doing?
Ooh.
No idea. I'm gonna follow him. See if there's some more where he came from. Deacon out.
That the sun rays peeking through the trees. I'm a sucker for that. Let's see. Can we get anything with that? Unfortunately, that seems to be fake generated. You can see like there's this light peeking through the trees, but there's no sun there. The sun is not there, so that seems to be a visual glitch. The light was not supposed to be peeking through there. It's a bummer. That could have been a good shot, but we'll keep looking. We'll keep looking. We'll find a good shot. There's a person. I've done a hike to one before, but not around me, not Oregon, or around you, not Oregon. Beautiful views. That's I imagine. Like it's got to be beautiful. So I'm gonna go up to one of these days. And like I said, having a drone makes it easy because you can just float it up there. You don't have to do the hike. So. All right, we got a whole camp here.
So what'd you find?
It's just like I said. Those drifters we saw riding on the same bike, they're holed up just up the road.
Yeah? No shit.
Hell of a setup. Some kind of lookout tower, got a fence and everything. Ours for the ticket.
Sounds pretty sweet.
Is it? Is it yours for the taking?
Kill the sons of bitches and then make ourselves at home.
Let's find out.
We're gonna have guns.
Looked like one of them was pretty gimped up. We can take him.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
Let's see if they learn their lesson about stealing.
Hey!
Is Days Gone worth buying? So I'm playing Days Gone, the Enhanced Edition. This is like the new Remaster Edition that just came out. You can buy the original for pretty cheap right now, I'm guessing. But even full price for the remaster, which is what, like $40? Like it's not even like actually full price. I would definitely say so. I enjoyed the game thoroughly. There's a lot of great stuff, and the new remaster gives you a lot of really great stuff as well. So I would say it's worth buying and playing. I super enjoyed it. This is my third time playing through the game. They also added like a speedrun mode, time trial mode, horde assault mode. So they added so much to it that I think that most people would enjoy the story because the story is phenomenal. The graphics are good. I think you could get a good playthrough out for $40. I would say yes, definitely worth it. Now, the only way. Oh, hello there. The only way I would say no is if you were like, if you only had enough money for one game and you had to choose between like this and the Oblivion remaster, that would be a much harder choice because the Oblivion remaster has been an absolute blast as well. So if you only had money for one game, I would probably say the Oblivion remaster is hot right now. It's pretty awesome right now. So, yes to that. But if you already have the Oblivion remaster and you haven't played Days Gone, it is 100% a great game to enjoy. So much for being incognito. I mean, how are they supposed to learn their lesson if they don't know who's teaching it to them, right? So I had to get up close and personal to teach them the error of their way.
I got him! Moving back!
That stealing is wrong. But I really hope that the remaster sells well enough that we get a second one of these. The game was so good. It did not do well enough to get a second one, but it's sold enough now, I feel like that we might get a second one. So if we can get a second Days Gone, I will encourage everyone, please buy this game. If it convinces them to make a second one, I would definitely say yes, must buy, because we need a number 2 so bad. Not that the story wasn't complete. They told a good story. I wouldn't want them to try and like tack on another story, but
and then worry about hitting the road.
I super enjoyed that. I just want I want to ride around Oregon more, right? The entire game is based in Oregon. Like I said, I'm in Oregon, so like it's so neat to see your own like area that you know
Damn freakers.
put into a game. Like that's such a cool experience. So like seeing Crater Lake in the game and have gone to Crater Lake in real life is so awesome. Going through the forest and hiking through like the hills. I've done this. It looks exactly like it really does in real life. That's really cool. Like there's so much good stuff about it. So you're hooked on the stupid reality show and everybody's so unlike. Are you watching Big Brother?
Why?
Is that the reality show you're hooked on? I know nothing about that show. I just got a message about like Joja Siwa peeing in a litter box was apparently like this huge thing. The gameplay looks a bit like Ghost Recon. I could see that. You can definitely take like a Ghost Recon approach. You can do like an over-the-shoulder third-person sneaking tactical sort of thing. I could see that. No, it's Love is Blind. Is that the one? Is that the Netflix show where everyone has to wear a fursuit and like they have to fall in love with the person for a person because they can't see them all? They're like they wear like pig, cow masks, things like that. Is that Love is Blind? Because I've seen bits and pieces of that.
Gotta get to my bike. Getting closer.
I hate the host of that show. Emmy has been talking a lot about a Love on the Spectrum. I don't think that's a reality TV show though, but she's been talking a lot about that one.
Where the fuck are you?
I have not kept up on reality TV shows. Lately, I've been rewatching King of the Hill, Archer. We're finally going to finish Castlevania. We've been playing Castlevania, so hopefully, or watching it. Hopefully, we can finish Castlevania. And Freerin. I just finished Freerin. I could gush about Freerin all day. Wonderful, wonderful show. It is a reality show. Looks super cute. Joja Siwa did what? So there's this show called Big Brother, I think is what it's called, and there was like this huge thing where like one of the challenges they had to do is they were dressed up like cats and they had to use a litter box on TV, and her and someone else used the litter box as a part of the challenge for TV, and people were all like upset about it. So that was like a huge thing. I don't know. I saw the clickbait articles. I saw people complaining about it on TikTok. That's all I know about it.
Boozer, you there?
Yeah, D. Get your bike?
Nope. Copeland's men got to it before I did. I'm heading to his camp. Deacon out.
You saw that clip. It is the things people do for reality TV, right? Which I know, because that now exists, you just know that they're putting litter boxes in schools. You know that whole argument is going to get reignited, right? Like, I guarantee now that we're going to hear for the next 6 months about litter boxes in schools and furries in school. I guarantee that is all we're going to hear about now because of that.
Open up!
St. John, is that you?
Some son of a bitch stole my bike.
know nothing about that. You gotta go talk to Manny.
She also has or had a GF at home and slept with a guy on camera for the show. So that is wrong on so many levels. That is outrageous that we even want that as content for our world.
Hey, Manny.
Hey, I haven't seen you around lately. You've been too busy to notice. Nose down. Work hard, they feed you.
Yeah, camper's life.
Yeah, camper's life. I read a book once, Zen and the Art of Bike Repair. You ever read it?
No, I didn't have a lot of time for books back in the day.
Yeah, I ran a shop in Farewell. Made all the grease monkeys read it. Being a mechanic requires great peace of mind, it said. Try working on an empty stomach. That'll focus your mind.
Manny, I'm looking for a bike.
Yeah? Oh. You don't want that one.
Why not?
It just came off the truck. I mean, some dumb son of a bitch left it out in the shit.
She's
Busted
not
up
wild.
good.
She's out for clout,
The road
outlandish
hard, too.
clicks,
I feel
and
the road is giving a
attention.
shit about
Addicted to attention. She just does.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, that's
Shot the hell this one.
not just her, right? There are so many people who are like craving that limelight so much that they would do
Like this one?
anything for
Okay.
the attention, right?
Okay. See, now when I said fool, what I meant was the fools that brought that bike in. See, they didn't tie that shit down properly, so they left it like rattling around back there.
Deke,
and-
let's talk.
My thing is, being a furry is okay when you're just pretending to be an animal for fun and stuff. When you genuinely believe you're an animal and not human,
Ripper's game.
no school for you. I think that the people who genuinely believe that they are an animal are very far and few in between. I know I was talking about earlier before y'all showed up. We actually have Furlandia is coming up this weekend, a
Leon
huge
the other
furry
day.
convention here in
He was bringing me something.
Oregon.
Is that right?
And I kind of want to go, not because, again, I'm not a furry. I don't have a fursuit. I'm not part of that community. But there might be some good photo opportunities when you get like that many creative artists together who make, really amazing pieces of art. Like I imagine there's probably going to be some good photos, but I don't really know if I'd be welcome there since I'm not a part
You
of
find
the
his
community.
stash. You bring it to me. To me, Deke. You do that, well, we'll see what we can do for you.
The bike.
They do exist, oh certainly, but there's the extreme and problematic parts of every community, right?
I'll try to keep that in mind.
Nice hat.
The kids in school are doing it just to rebel and silly and see how far they can push the adults around them. It goes back to what Dex was just saying, right? Some people do it just for attention. Some people just want to push boundaries. Some people just want to cause distractions or disruptions. And I get it, right? Like I was partial to occasionally being the class clown as well because I didn't really see a point to being in school. So it was more fun to yank the teacher's chain or to goof off or to make jokes than it was to pay attention because like half the stuff felt useless. So I get where they're coming from. I understand why you'd rather act out and have fun in class than sit there and lecture. And a part of that was just because like half the classes I were in were like zero challenge for me. So it was like, okay, the teacher's giving basic instructions and you have to sit here for 30 minutes and listen to something you already understand. And it just,
Deke, hold on.
I understand why some kids act out in class. I get it. I understand how it also detracts from other people's experiences and takes away from other people learning. That's just the school system as a whole is broken on so many levels, right? So like there's not one particular thing that is going to fix it. And as Emmy and I talk a lot about having children in the future and figuring those things out, like the conversation of schooling comes up a lot, right? Do we want our kids in public school? Because on one hand, public schools are awful on so many levels. On another hand, a lot of kids who are homeschooled, there's the whole like the memes about like homeschooled kids coming out weird or not properly socialized or things like that. And like that meme exists for a reason, right? Like, like it or not, it does happen to some kids who don't get properly socialized, or for whatever reason, homeschooling didn't allow them to properly adjust to society.
I guess I'll see what I can
So like, the question becomes like, do we want our kids in public school for the social training, the ability to, because like that's what school really prepares you for, right? You could argue all day that half the stuff that schools teach you don't teach you anything important. Probably not. But you can say schools teach you really important skills like how to exist at a job, how to deal with difficult people, how to exist in a location that you don't want to be at for 8 hours a day, right? It definitely preps you for terrible coworkers in the workforce. And that is, without a doubt, an important life skill, right? Like it or not, our modern day workforce sucks, and so being able to deal with difficult people, deal with coworkers, deal with frustrating customers, deal with living in a situation where you don't want to be for long periods of time, those are all important skills, and public school will teach you those skills. So is it worth sending your kid to school to learn those skills at the sacrifice of they're probably not going to get the best education? Well, that's a hard give or take, and I don't know the right answer. I wish I knew the right answer, because every instinct in my body is saying send them to Catholic school or just homeschool them yourself. But like, again, will they become well-adjusted individuals then? Homeschooling was basically a tool for indoctrination until guns got more rights than kids. And there's definitely some people out there, when you hear that they're homeschooling, your question first becomes like, do you really think you should be homeschooling? Like,
bingo. Here it is.
like that definitely becomes a valid question. There are definitely some people I've met in my life where I've had that question of, should that person be the one teaching their kids?
You better start. We gotta find some gas.
They'll get plenty of socialization if you prioritize it. Definitely, that could also be like, I hung out with some of the hosts because I was so friendly, and I made a lot of friends and did a lot of things in school. A lot of the teachers saw me as like, oh, this kid is nice and well put together and smart. We'll use him. So I got approached by teachers a lot to go and socialize with the homeschool kids. They would send me to their houses to get a chance to interact with kids their age, and we go play like basketball or play video games or whatever. So I know that that does exist, but it was very clear that like those parents didn't really care about the socialization all that much. So like, maybe it's just that all the homeschool kids I met didn't have that as a priority as a part of their education. So that could definitely be absolutely right, Dexter. Maybe just the people weren't prioritizing it, so it never actually happened. But again, I wish there was an easy right answer, but for most things in life, there's not one easy right answer, right? And that's the frustrating thing, is you want an easy, good answer, and one's not going to appear. Beating these zombies to death with a table leg. Very realistic. Who wouldn't be using a table leg in the apocalypse? All right. First camp clear. Let's get our first level up.
Where the hell would they keep this shit?
Let's see here.
Yes, sterile bandages. Just what the doctor ordered.
Where's my super enhancer?
How?
Give me my skill points. There we go.
What's this? Nero tank. Some sort of a...
Give me some stamina.
Some kind.
I always love how they give you zero explanation. He breaks into this super secret scientific facility and just immediately, yeah, I'll just inject myself with this random thing that I found laying around here. That seems like a rational thing that a person would do, is just pick up a random needle and inject themselves with it. Like, don't think about it. Anyone would do that.
You should have bugged out with your friends.
Grab
More of
that.
these stupid
Grab
sons of
that. Grab that. And that. Excellent. And like, okay, we're going to talk a little bit about kids. I'll preface this for anyone watching who doesn't know. I don't have kids. We're talking about kids. We're on that precipice. So you have a lot of conversations around it. We talked about schooling. The other one is like weight. Weight has obviously been a problem for me all my life. I am working on it. In fact, I'm going to toot my own horn. I lost 2 more pounds. I've lost 2 more pounds. Very excited for that. But weight gain has obviously been a huge problem for me all my life. People in my family have struggled with it. So I know that if I have a kid, that kid too will probably have those same struggles with food and mental illness that I did. So obviously I want to keep them away from things like soda, all the empty calories, learning better eating habits than I ever had. But then you have like the question of like, can you really keep your kid from that, right? Like if I just tell my kid you're never allowed to drink soda and I don't buy it, it's not in the house, all those sort of things. Like what happens when, okay, you're going to someone else's birthday party, they're going to have cake and soda there because that's what you do at a birthday party. I don't eat sugar. I don't believe in sugar anymore. I stay away from it. But like, do you deny your kids that and say, well, you're not allowed to have cake, you're not allowed to have soda because those things are bad? Because that creates like an unhealthy environment too, right? Like if you deny your kid cake and sugar and soda all their life, the second that they turn 15, 16, have a little bit of money and freedom, they're just going to go out and buy it anyways, and they're going to gorge themselves on it, and they're going to have an unhealthy relationship with food because you never allowed them to have those things, right? Like I understand that concept. So like, what's the right call? Do you say, okay, this is something you can only have at birthday parties, or when you go over to a friend's house, it's okay to have 1 can of soda? Or is it, no, you're just not allowed to have that. I'm going to tell the parents, keep that away from my kid. You're not allowed to give my kid soda. It's bad. From like, what is the right call there, you know? I think food is your mental illness. I definitely had a unhealthy relationship with food. I'm definitely like, I'm definitely 50% confident that I have some form of like somewhere on like the autism spectrum, and with that comes like comorbidities, and not necessarily ADHD, but other things that come with it. And anxiety, of course, has been one of my biggest challenges. So I'm confident that food is a part of that, and my relationship with food is an unhealthy relationship with food. I am confident in that. Is it a mental illness? Potentially. I mean, eating disorders are a mental illness, right? It is just like anything as an illness. The way you handle food, the way you treat food can be disordered. I have eating disorders. I have worked on those. I'm working very hard on those, but it's something that takes learning and self-control. And how do you navigate that with a kid? I'd be mad if someone gave kiddo a can of soda. Exactly. It's what's like, you're a parent. It's your job to do what's best for your kid. You have health anxiety. I deal with that too, but differently. I'm a little bit better. I did go to my doctor's appointment. My doctor did prescribe me some things for some anxiety medication that I have been taking regularly. In fact, I just forgot. I did not take my medication this morning, so let me take it right now. Thank you for reminding me. And that's a problem too, right? Like the fear, the fact that when I see a piece of cake, all I can see is if I eat that cake, if I eat that slice of cake, I am going to have diabetes and I am going to lose my foot, and then I am going to die because I won't be able to move. That is not how a healthy person thinks. I definitely understand that is not how a normal person reacts to seeing a piece of cake. And I don't want my kid to have that. I don't want my kid to suffer, right? Everyone wants the best for their kid. I want my kid to be able to see a slice of cake and say, you know what? I'm having a good day. It's a special occasion like a birthday party. I am going to have one slice of cake because I'm going to enjoy that treat and not have to worry about becoming diabetic or losing my foot or any of the other. I don't want my kid to suffer through that, but I also don't want them to weigh 430 pounds like I did because I didn't understand my relationship with food and I didn't understand that my anxiety was causing me to stress eat and slowly kill myself through food, right? So I don't know how to navigate that. There's no right answer, right? I do understand it's another one of those things, right? There's never going to be a right answer to it. You're going to make mistakes. Your kid is going to inevitably you're going to make mistakes with your kid, but you don't want to pass those things on, right? Like you want to do what's best for them, and I don't know how to achieve that best for them. Meanwhile, I'm diabetic and had cheesecake for breakfast. Oh boy, oh boy, the whole swarm's coming for me. Oh good, a wolf came to save me. Okay. That wolf just bought me time to run away. There is a saint. There is a saint that legend has it that a dog would come and save him when would-be assassins would come to harm him. A magic dog would appear out of nowhere, out of the mist, and attack his attackers, and it happened multiple times. That's what just happened to me. A dog appeared out of nowhere and saved me from the bad guys with guns. And don't worry about your foot. You lose toes first unless you're really bad off. That does not help. But the good news is, Dex, I have been working hard enough on it that before something like even that would send me into a spiral of anxiety of like, oh, now I have to worry about my toes. I'm going to obsessively look at my toes to watch for any sort of decay or problem or things like that. But I have reached a place where I understand that is a joke that is okay to talk about. It is not happening to me, so I can discuss it like a normal person. So that is good. I've reached that point in my life. I am trying to reach the sainthood. We all, that is the goal of all of us. Even you, Dex. Someday. Through my streams, slowly, I will turn Dex into a saint. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. So much good stuff over here. Look at all that good stuff we just found. This camp is full of delicious things. All right, there should be 6 people left alive still. Let's go find them. I can probably sneak up. Oh, I thought I could sneak up on this person, but apparently not. Oh, well. He alerted all of his friends to me.
Fire! Fire!
Ooh, there's a machete right there, too. We could probably use that.
Gotta pull back. Move back!
Let's light that guy on fire.
Burn, you asshole.
Okay, let's move. My pistol is not hitting them here, so maybe I can draw them out if I like. If I go back here and hide a little bit, will they move in on me maybe? We can take them out. Yeah, they don't see me. Amph, hello, good morning. How's it going? How are you doing?
Incoming! Marauders! Reload! Reload! Here, catch!
All right, problem solved. 2 more people. Where are the last 2 dudes hiding? Let's grab some ammo. Ammo. Where are your friends hiding?
Here you are. Gotcha.
Oh, there he is.
Stop moving some. He's just
Oh.
running around.
Time to try out the new sawed-off shotgun.
Enemy now. Kill him.
All right,
That's the last time.
the coast is clear.
Jesus, Cope, how many men have you pissed off? All right. This has got to be the generator, but it's been shot to hell.
I also like how, like,
That should do it.
I understand there are people like this in real life. My whole family is full of them. I wish I was. Who they can
had
fix
bullets, I
anything, but
wouldn't
I
be
like how
bleeding
like
out.
Deke is a motorcycle mechanic, and yet he knows how to fix a generator. Like those two skills, I guess, kind of
I don't shoot women
fit
if I
together,
have a
right?
choice.
Like
Do I have a choice?
I ain't got nothing. I got nowhere to go.
like I understand that mechanical is mechanical, but like rewiring a generator is a far different skill than rebuilding a carburetor, right? Like they're transferable, but they're really not transferable, right? Like those 2 skills aren't exactly the same. I understand for video game purposes they just write it off as he can fix things because that's what he does, but there is a very big difference between working on a power generator that powers the entire grid and working on a motorcycle. An engine's an engine. I mean, yes and no, right? Like we're talking this is like a electrical generator versus a combustion engine. I feel like those are probably 2 different things, but maybe not. Oh, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Shocking news, the influencer doesn't know what he's talking about. Speaking of, how do I broach this topic? There is a new tea house that moved into our area. I want them to succeed. They need help with their website, and they need some great photos and like videos and stuff for all their social media. And I want to do that for them. I don't even want money for it. Like I'm not like, oh, I want them to pay me. Like, I just want to help them because I like photography. I want to support them, and it's super fun to do photo shoots in tea houses, right? So like, how do I go in there and be like, ma'am, I'm an influencer, so you need to let me shoot TikToks in your building? Like, how do I go about that without sounding like an absolute tool? Like, how do I say, I don't want your money, but I would like the opportunity to come in here and give you some free photos because I do photography as a passion and I do content creation as a passion, and I would like to share that passion with you. But I'm not an influencer. I'm not looking for clout. I'm not looking to come in here and be like how do I do that without being a total tool? Let's see. Does this count as a bed? I can save here. I know, Dex. That's why I'm asking you guys, because I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to use the word influencer in real life. I really don't want to. Just say, could I take photos and videos in here to post to my socials to share your lovely establishment with the masses? I mean, we did book to go to Mother's Day. I know Mother's Day is going to be like the peak for photos, so I'm going to talk to her beforehand and be like, I'm already going to be here. I'm already supporting the business. Is it okay to take some photos and share them with you? Like, I feel like most reasonable people would be okay with that. The problem is, and the reason why I want to be careful with it is when I offer to do this for a lot of businesses, their first thought is, this dude just wants to make money off me. I can't afford that. And so making them know, like, I'm not charging you money for this because I'm not interested in the money. Like, you can pay me if you want to. I'll take money. But I'm doing this as a passion thing, and I want to share that passion, and I want your business to succeed. So I'm trying to give you something for free to help you succeed, right? Like, I feel like that's reasonable. Anyways, it's time for me to end the stream because I got a bunch of dirty dishes to go tend to. So let's, as always, end with our prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. But deliver us from evil. Amen. Thank you, Lord, for this blessed day, and thank you for all that you do for us. Today we continue to pray for the Pope. We continue to pray for his soul that he may enter into heaven. We pray for the conclave that is going to start today. Lord, help to guide them to picking the right person to lead the church through these trying times as we go forward. We pray for peace as the potential war and conflict breaks out between India and Pakistan, Ukraine and Russia, all the other conflicts around the world. Lord, help to bring about peace and end of suffering and end of death. Lord, we pray for all the people who are about to graduate as they enter into this next stage of their life, as they're trying to figure out, what do I do with my life? Lord, help to guide them. We pray for all the teachers who are stressed out and in a very hard position. And we pray for all the people who have a vocation of the priesthood, that they're feeling overwhelmed and short-staffed. Lord, help to bring more priests into the priesthood. And finally, we pray for all the souls in purgatory, all the souls who've been forgotten, all the souls who have no one left to pray for them. Lord, help them. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining me today. Like I said, I gotta go do some dishes. I will be back at it on Friday morning. We'll be streaming. We'll probably play a little bit more Days Gone until the new Doom game comes out. Once Doom comes out, we're gonna be playing Doom until we beat it. So Doom next week. Thank you as always for hanging out. I can't wait to see you all on Friday. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will see you all soon. Dex, I'm still here. I tried to just chat it to you, but apparently it's signed in as Catholic Game Reviews. It's not supposed to do that, so I need to fix that too. Your music and part of your prayer gets cut out. Look into that. I will look into that. Thank you. I wasn't aware that was happening. I will go check that out on my thing. I'll watch the video afterwards. Thank you. I was not aware of that. So much. Have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you specifically, Dex, for all the help.